What's up everybody, Larissa Shanti here. Thank you so much for coming to check out the channel. Today we're bringing you a short and sweet full body stretch aiming to make you feel nice and limber before carrying on the rest of your day. So if that sounds good to you, come join me on the mat. Once you've found your comfortable seat, whatever feels good to you, start to extend your right hand, pointer finger pointing out, and then try to send that pointer finger behind. So instead of rotating the wrist, just point with the finger behind you. Then look over your left shoulder, nice and slow, chin's parallel with the earth. Then start to drop your chin down, and then tilt the head back slightly, getting a nice stretch into the side of the neck, maybe all the way down, into the arm, into that pointer finger. And gently rise back up, nice and slow. Other side, so extend the left hand, pointer finger pointing away from you, and then just try to turn it behind you without rotating the wrist. Start to look in the opposite direction, chin's parallel with the earth at first. Then start to drop the chin, tilt the head back, nice and slow. Feeling that stretch intensify as you tilt the head back. And then gently releasing, coming back to center. Let's come onto our knees. Tuck your toes, sit back onto your heels for a little toe stretch, a little sole of the foot stretch. Lace your hands behind the back. On your inhale, start to lengthen those hands down, lift the heart up, and then you can experiment with the neck here. So maybe draw the chin to the chest, maybe tilt it back a little bit, just working into the neck and shoulders a bit. And then release, come right into your tabletop. On your inhale, start to drop the belly down, open up the heart, lift the head. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, find your cat. Inhale, dropping it down, finding your cow, lifting the heart, lifting the head. Good. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale, down to cow, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the head. Good. Find your tabletop, so nice neutral spine. And then from here, we're gonna start to extend our left leg out to the side, turn the toes forward. Start to walk your hands up, standing onto that knee. Add the arms, reach them tall, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes down, reach over with the right hand. Pressing the hips forward, lifting the heart. And then inhale, rising back up. Right hand comes down, left arms reach over. You can keep your fingertips tented here, continuing to press through the outer edge of that left foot, reaching through the left fingers, and pressing the hips forward as you lift the heart. And now pretend like you're playing a big air guitar. Sweep that left hand down and around to rise up. Hands come behind, hinge from the hips, take a bow. And maybe look down at the mat like you're peering over a cliff edge to lengthen the back of the neck. Then start to bring the hands down nice and slow. Slide that left leg back in. Same thing on the other side. So extend your right leg, toes forward. Walk it up, rising onto the knee. Inhale, add the arms. Exhale as the right hand comes down, reach over with the left. Hips pressing forward, heart lifting. And then on your inhale, rise back up. Left fingers come down as you reach over the body with the right. Feeling that nice side body extension in the entire left side of the body. Now pretend like you're playing that air guitar. Left hand comes down, right hand comes down and around. And then I'll lift it back up. Hands come behind, take a bow. And staying strong in that extended leg, looking over that cliff edge to extend the neck. Bring the hands down, slide the leg back in, tuck your toes. Take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, lift the hips up and back, coming to first downward dog. Pedal out the feet, bending one knee, then the other. And then find a little bit of stillness. On your inhale, take your right leg up behind you. On the exhale, bring it forward, placing that foot right on the outside of your right hand. So we're coming into our lizard lunge. Option here to drop the left knee. Maybe tent the fingertips, making it a little bit more accessible. And finding what feels good here. Start to plant your left hand down onto the earth. On your inhale, take your right arm up to the sky for a little twist. If you want to add a little shoulder action, you can maybe take that hand behind you, finding your hip, or maybe all the way up into the ribs. Then unravel that hand, take it back. Hand comes down, lift that back leg, then start to shift the weight forward into the hands, into that front foot, and then hop into your Malasana. So sinking those hips, rising through the crown, elbows are pressing on the insides of those knees. And remember, if you feel a little unsteady or your heels are really lifted, you can always place a block underneath your bum here. From here, start to take those hands down, lift the hips high as you heel toe the feet back to a hip width. Keep your knees bent generously, head hangs. Maybe give a little shake, yes and no. You can grab opposite elbows if you like. Soften those hands back down to the earth. Start to walk back to your downward dog. On your next inhale, take your left leg up behind you, bend the knee, bring it forward, place it on the outside of that left hand, finding your lizard lunge. Options are drop the back knee or keep it lifted. From here, plant your right hand down, inhale, sweep your left arm up to the sky. Option to find a wrap here, so placing it on your lower back, maybe on the hip or into the ribs. Getting a little bit more into that front shoulder. Unravel, hand comes back down to the inside, shift the weight forward into the front foot and hands, and then come forward into Malasana, sinking the hips. Pressing onto the knees, lifting through the crown of the head. Start to drop the hands down, lift the hips up, heel toe the feet back to hip width. Knees are generously bent, head hangs heavy. Give a little shake, yes and no with the head. Bring your hands back to the mat. Start to walk back to your downward dog. Take one breath here. And then on your exhale, soften your knees down to the earth, and then make your way down onto your belly. Come into Sphinx Pose here. So you can take your legs a little bit wider if that feels good. Your elbows come underneath your shoulders, and your forearms are in line with your elbows. We're going to do a little bit more of an active Sphinx. So maybe press the tops of your feet down, engaging your legs a bit. Squeeze your butt muscles slightly as you press your pubic bone down into the earth. And then press through the elbows, lifting the heart and lifting the crown of the head. I'm just going to stay here for a breath or two. Maybe you can feel the lower back engaging, glutes engaging. Core is slightly engaged. And then softening down. Extend your left arm long. Forehead comes to the mat. Bend your right knee, then reach back with your right hand to find that foot. Start to draw the glute, start to draw the heel towards the glute, giving a little bit of a quad stretch. And gently release that right leg. Start to extend the left arm as you take the left hand behind you, bending that knee, finding the foot, and then drawing the heel to your glute. Gently release that foot. And then bring the hands underneath the forehead. And you can take your final Shavasana here.